if we are personalizing our marketing needs, increasing that loyalty to us, it can help make them feel more valued, more understood, more, whatever the case may be.
Welcome to the Simplified Social Marketing Podcast. I'm Chelsea Gardner, and if you're ready to make marketing clear, manageable, and fun with practical steps and effective tools, you are in the right place, my friend. Together, we'll untangle the complexities of marketing your business and transform them into clear, actionable steps. Let's dive in.
Hey, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Simplified Social Marketing Podcast. You guys, I just got back from the dermatologist today. I have been going to the dermatologist, I feel like every other week at this point. If you follow me on social media, you know I am struggling with eczema and some other things that have populated. This may be TMI, but have populated over the past 2 years, and I'm trying to figure it out. So if y'all have any tips as to what is going on with me without saying I just need new skin, I would so appreciate it. So anyways, into the podcast episode today, we are talking about AI and how AI can personalize your marketing campaigns. I get so often when it comes to, you guys know, I'm a huge advocate and user of ChatGPT. And so I get a lot of questions around how do I make that into my brand voice and make it sound like me and all of that kind of stuff. And that is a totally different episode. So we're not talking about that type of personalization today. We're talking about how AI can really kind of move your marketing campaigns forward, move the needle, keep you consistent, and still personalize it at the same time. So I always like to start with a little fun fact if I can find one. And so a little fun fact, did you know that 80% of consumers, that actually might be a little bit higher in 2024, are more likely to make a purchase when brands offer personalized experiences. So that's where like these tools like ChatGPT, Canva, AI stuff, Munch, all of these things that I'm going to talk about today can truly make a big impact on your marketing, your strategy, and staying consistent. So for those of you, I am sure already know, but AI is human intelligence with machines, particularly like data analysis, learning, problem solving, all of that kind of stuff. It's really used to, you can use AI for just about anything. Actually, fun fact on my life, outside of my eczema issues, I am working on calculating like my macros and what I need to be eating on a daily basis. I'm going to really kind of hone in into some keto movement over here, and eating more or less carbs, less sugar. And so I've been working on calculating my macros and all the sorts of things that I need. And I actually asked, you guys may not realize you can do this. ChatGPT is like my personal assistant. I asked ChatGPT, I gave it my weight, I gave it my height, I gave it my body fat based off of my scale. And I said, I need you to calculate my macros and what I need to be taking in each day. And it calculated all of my macros. And then I asked it to create a 7-day meal plan for me based and like, please don't add in like these things that I don't like. And it created an entire 7-day meal plan. And then I said, what are some staple items I need in my pantry or in my fridge? It listed those items. And then I said, can you take all of that and make a open box checklist of grocery items for me? And it like sorted it out by like pantry items, protein, dairy, like all of the things into a open box checklist for me that I can just copy, paste, and print and take to the grocery store with me. So I use ChatGPT, I use AI, artificial intelligence, for just about everything. And so it really in the role of marketing, let me get back to the podcast, y'all. Today's podcast, I feel like, is just all about me. The role of marketing for AI is really to help you automate maybe some repetitive tasks, or maybe analyze data, create personalized experiences for us, right? Social media content, all of that stuff. So it really matters that it's personalized, because again, personalized marketing leads to that higher engagement, because it resonates with us, right? We want to resonate with our customers' needs, our customers' preferences. We want to be able to speak to them, or our, ideal client. We want to be able to hit those pain points that they're feeling, and we can do so with personalized engagement. It also can help with customer retention, right? So again, if we are personalizing our marketing needs, increasing that loyalty to us, it can help make them feel more valued, more understood, more, whatever the case may be. And with AI, ChatGPT, all that stuff, it can help us with consistency because of the fact that it streamlines stuff way easier. And so then when we're consistent, our customers, our clients, our potential clients see that we are someone who is consistent in what we are doing. All right. So, if we're looking at like stats, because, I'm a stat girl. 91% of consumers are more likely to shop with a brand that provides relevant offers or recommendations. So when you're like, oh, well, Chelsea, that doesn't relate to me because I'm not a brand. You, my friend, are your brand. So whether you're a loan officer, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a content creator, social media marketer, whatever, you are your brand. So if you think like shop, right? Well, I don't have anything to purchase. Yeah, you do. Your services are a purchase. Your use of time is a purchase. So you are your brand. So when 91% of consumers are more likely to shop with you, use you, choose you, because you're providing relevant offers or recommendations in the loan officer world, this would be making sure that you are pinpointing your target audience's needs, and you are providing relevant offers. If there is some loan program in your state right now that is relevant for veterans, that is relevant for first-time homebuyers, that is your consumer, and you need to be recommending that. Okay. All right, so let's dive into some of my favorite AI tools, which are going to be ChatGPT, Canva AI tools, and Munch. So I'm going to talk about those three topics. So let's dive into ChatGPT. We all know ChatGPT is kind of one of those language model, right? There's a ton out there now. There's Bard, there's a bunch of other ones. I always recommend pick one. I don't care if it's ChatGPT. It's the one I have been using since its inception. But if you're using Bard, if you're using some of the other platforms, stick with it and learn all of its ins and outs, okay? Because you're going to get better at the way it communicates with you so that you can personalize your content way easier because you know how to interact with that platform. If you're jumping from Bard, ChatGPT, and all the other ones, you may not ever really learn how to personalize stuff. So when using ChatGPT, for example, you can generate personalized email campaigns, right? So you can personalize subject lines, the content inside, that will help increase open and click-through rates, right? That's the big thing with email campaigns. You can ask ChatGPT for ideas on these types of subject lines. For example, right? This is just email for whatever purpose came to my head with email. But if you're thinking about email campaigns, you can tailor that subject line so it's better open rates. And you can ask it maybe what are some really like great open rate topics regarding whatever you're sending out. For social media stuff, what are some hooks? What are negative hooks? What are some engaging hooks that will get someone captivated by this content? So you can really start personalizing your stuff with ChatGPT and still being able to use it to generate data around what possibly, like, because, it's hard if I were to say, hey, y'all give me 5 subject lines that probably have a high open rate or a click-through rate for your audience. You're probably like, no idea. So ChatGPT can find some of that data for you. Now there, review it, right? That's why I always ask if I'm trying to create one email, I ask for like 5 or 10 subject lines that vary in content, like vary in the way that it's said or the description. Same thing with social media captions or hooks. I ask for like a few negative hooks and a few engaging hooks and a few other type of hooks or whatever, because sometimes like if you just ask for one and you're like, then you're going to get annoyed because you're like, God, I have to keep asking for this, this, this. Whereas if it gives you 10 to 20 and you're like, ooh, okay, I really like 2, 7, and 10. Can we somehow intertwine them to be similar? Or I never thought of number 8. Like, let's go with number 8. So, we don't have that information just rattled in our brains most of the time. So this is where it can really help you understand that. And if you send email campaigns regularly, like you can also give ChatGPT that data. And I'm on email campaigns for whatever reason. I've been writing emails the past couple of days and getting everything squared away on my email campaign. So it's probably why it's on my mind. But you can essentially tell ChatGPT to analyze the data around, if you send emails and you get this information regarding like open rates, click-through rates, whatever, you can give it all of that data for your past year's worth of email campaigns or whatever, and ask it to analyze like your open and click-through rates, what seems to be working, what can I tweak, what other suggestions do you have along the lines that have really good open and click-through rates? Was there content ideas that, had really high open rates? For example, for me, a lot of my really high open rates are from things that have to do with Canva, which is shocking to me sometimes, but I love Canva. And I know so many people can benefit from that and people want to learn it. And it's not necessarily a tool. Yes, it's easy, but it can be very overwhelming. So let's kind of dive into Canva and how it can really help you tailor your marketing strategy to be you and personalized, right? So Canva has a ton of features, design tools. It has introduced a bazillion AI apps that you can use to really enhance your visual content that you're creating. It also has its old trusty magic resize and background remover and all of that stuff. It's now doing AI generated design templates, which if you're doing humans, always watch for the 7th finger and 4 legs, all of that kind of stuff. That's, all that AI stuff is still kind of a work in progress. It's very new, but there's still some of your old trusties. But now it's come out with so many more things that you can use to really amp up your creative. So for example, a lot of the tools that I use inside of Canva are, some of the old trusties, right? Like my, resize, and I use a lot of the other tools that Canva just automatically kind of has. But now you can also customize like text with different standout effects. You can give your stuff a retro look with like dots in the filter. You can distort images. One of my favorites is the font frame. That's where you can actually like fill text outlines with a specific image. And it's way easier than what it used to be. You could still do it previously, but this just makes it like easy. You can turn images into sketches. You can change colors of different things in your photos. You can add voiceovers. And then they also have apps now integrated inside of, so like I use Google Drive a lot for pictures for my clients or video content. So I can actually link my Google Drive into my Canva account and pull everything directly from there instead of downloading the image or the video from Google Drive, uploading it into Canva, and then using it, I can just go straight into the app. I use Asana. You guys know I use Asana as my like project management tool. That is another one that integrates with Canva. Not very well right now. I'm still trying to figure it all out, but that is a really good tool to kind of push some of your graphics over. So they are really helping you customize your visual content to be more personalized. So if you're like, Charles, I don't like to be on camera to really be personalized, well, then maybe you use a voiceover, and Canva offers that, right? So maybe you talk someone through the pre-approval process while a video plays in the background that isn't you. That's okay. It's still personalized because it's your voice coming from it. Your graphics are still personalized because you're creating them. You're tailoring them to you, your social media, infographics that, is pertinent to you. So think about that when you are creating inside of Canva, is customizing that again, just like you would with the caption and the hook and all of that. Create that customized visual content that is going to be geared towards your ideal client or your brand, right? So it has brand recognition. Creating that customized, look allows people to see when they're scrolling through your feed, right? Like, oh, this must be so-and-so's. It's, my colors, hot pink and orange. So it's easily recognizable because it's consistent. And it's personalized to your brand and all of that. Your promotional materials, your flyers, all of that stuff needs to be cohesive, and Canva can help you do that and help you even make it more personalized with all of their AI tools to really kind of dig into like what you like and your brand. Lastly, what I'm going to talk about is, I could go on and on with AI tools. There are a gazillion of them. But one of the ones that I also use pretty readily is Munch. I think it's at getmunch.com. And it's an AI tool that like analyzes your video content for different audiences. It will chop up a long form video content into like little bite-sized snippets for like Instagram or YouTube or TikTok. So like this podcast, for example, is also being recorded for YouTube. So I can throw this video, which is probably like going to be 15, 20 minutes, into Munch, and it will chop it into anywhere from, 30-second to 2-minute long videos that I can then use on my social media pages or anything like that. And it's customized because it's my content, right? I'm talking. So it's an easy way to take long form video content and break it down and use it as customized social media posts, use it for promotions, whatever the case is. You can also customize inside of Munch to be like your brand colors for the font and the text, or your brand font, your brand colors for the font, like all of that stuff. And it really helps like just purposefully customize your videos for multi-platforms. I'm over here like, oh, give me a platinum artist over here. A multi-platforms. So you can really tailor some of that content around, if you have different people on different platforms that you want to target, or if you just have different topics inside of one video, right? Like if I just want to talk about Munch, Munch can just munch a piece of this part, right? So there's a lot of ways to use that. It is an AI driven editing platform. And so again, AI is reading your video and then chopping it where it feels. And again, it is AI. So where it feels is a good stop or a starting point. But the great thing with Inside Munch is you can extend your clips as many times as you want. So if you're like, oh, it's missing like the last word of my sentence, maybe I took a breath or whatever the case is, let me extend it, then you can extend it. Or if you're like, oh, it has a 2-minute long clip, but I only want like this 10 seconds of it, you can minimize it down too. So you also have control over it after it munches your video. So it's not like, well, I gave me 10 clips and I don't like any of them. Some of them don't start where I want them to, or they don't make sense, right? Out of the 10 clips, I usually find 4 to 6 that work depending. And about 2 of them I need to like actually adjust and edit. So it does really well when it comes to clipping the videos. So those are like the 3 main ones that I use almost every day. Some other ones, like noteworthy ones that I would recommend or that you could look into. Some that I have not used, that I know a lot of people in my industry do are HubSpot. HubSpot's AI tools, so automating customer segmentation or emails or anything like that. I know they have just a huge, robust platform that a lot of people use. There's like Jasper AI, which is similar to, ChatGPT. Again, I've talked about Bard. Persado, I think, is one of them. That also does like the personalized communication. So you can also use there's like even I use a scheduling tool called Metricool. Even instead of Metricool, it now has AI caption generators. And inside of Meta Business Suite, it has AI caption generators. And Facebook ads, when you're creating the ad copy, also now has AI generate. Like it is you don't want to get left behind when it comes to these AI tools. You want to start using them. They are coming everywhere, right? They are becoming a part of our world, whether you like it or you don't like it, right? I get it that AI, sometimes you're like, ugh. But y'all, it is becoming a very integral part of our business. It's becoming a very integral part of our lives, especially as business owners, content creators, loan officers, right? It helps streamline processes. It helps us stay consistent with other things that maybe we aren't very strong at. If social media is not your strong suit, AI is fantastic to help with that, right? So embrace the AI content, embrace how it can really help you with marketing, personalize your marketing, help you with a strategy. Just embrace that. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. If you don't embrace it, you're going to get left behind within the next several months to a year. Because there's going to be people that are fully embracing AI and all of its capabilities and just are light years ahead in getting things done, or staying consistent and things like that. Now, does that mean that you're just going to go away if you're not using AI? No, but I truly do think you are going to get yourself light years ahead if you are using AI. We're going to have, like, we already have the predictive, text. I'm sure we're going to have predictive analytics soon and hyper personalization. I really think that we're going to really see a shift into how do we truly individualize marketing experiences because of AI. Things are becoming a little bit more generic in the sense. So people are going to want to see that personalization, and we can use it inside of AI if you know how to do it. So that's kind of what I'm thinking trending wise that we need to look out for. Also, just make sure, like, from an ethical consideration, that you're looking at, your privacy, all of that kind of stuff. When it comes to ChatGPT, check with any compliance departments in terms of verbiage and things that you can and can't use in your captions and your emails, all of that stuff. That's all a compliance department thing. And always, I love ChatGPT. I love AI, but you need to maintain that human touch. So there are ways to use AI. There are ways to personalize your marketing campaigns using AI, but you still need to incorporate that genuine human interaction, because you don't want your clients to feel like they're just data points, right? You don't want clients to feel like, oh, I'm just a dot. I'm just a 0 or a 1 in her brain. Like, no, that's not the case, right? Like, while I love using AI, I love using ChatGPT, y'all. None of my people, none of my clients, none of y'all that follow me, listen to me. I hope, I pray that you are not just a 0 or a 1 in my brain. I try so hard to make sure I genuinely love interacting with you guys. I love helping teach you guys. I do tons of free webinars simply because I enjoy doing them, and coaching and teaching. So you still need that genuine human interaction, or else you're just going to feel like a data point. So, all right. So let me give you an actionable item before I wrap this up. I want to encourage you to choose just one AI tool. Now, bonus points if you are already using ChatGPT, I want you to find another one. Don't be like, well, hair flip. I am, y'all can't see me. And I also don't have my hair down. So I really didn't even flip anything. I flipped my hand in the air. So I don't want you to be like, oh, hair flip. I already am using ChatGPT. So check mark. No, if you are already using ChatGPT, then I want you to find a different AI tool to play around with, whether that be Canva's AI tools, right? I just told you a ton of them that are inside of Canva. Even if you're like, I use Canva regularly, Chelsea. Okay, cool. Well, then why don't you go play around with some of the AI tools? Have you used type lettering? Have you used Mojo AI? Have you used Color Mix and Speed Painter and AI Music and Liquify and I don't know, Font Frame, my favorite. If you haven't, then go play around with some of those AI tools. I'll count that. Or go play around with Munch. I think there's a free version that you can, or a trial version that you can use. So whatever you see a specific area of need in your business, or that maybe you would see immediate benefits from. So if you have a lot of long form content, go play around with Munch and throw your long form content in there and see what happens. See if you like it. So that is my recommendation. That is my actionable item. If you need to invest in training for these things, do it, right? Invest in your teams, invest in yourself to effectively learn how to use AI tools or the latest advancements, things like that. If you need a little training, right? Call me. I do trainings. I have, different services and packages and pricing, for trainings like this or group coaching or one-on-one coaching. I also have past workshops that I've done on a lot of these AI tools. So use it if you need it. All right, y'all, I'm done. I have rambled on enough. I hope this was helpful for you guys. And until next time, I'll see you later.
Thanks for tuning into today's episode of the Simplified Social Marketing Podcast. Make sure to follow me on any of your favorite social platforms at the Chelsea Gardner. And don't forget to hit subscribe for your weekly dose of marketing magic. Until next time, my friend, remember to keep your marketing simple and effective.